Hi and welcome to our midweek motivation. My name is Nobelin Chirabo and I'm here to inspire you, motivate you, and energize you so you can lift your fullest potential. Today I want to talk about living in proper alignment. And probably you're wondering, okay, what's that all about? Is that physical, emotional, psychological? Well, I'll say a combination of all. So when we talk about living in alignment, some of you have also heard the terminology being centered. Well, some of you, it's a foreign concept and you've probably never paid attention to it, or you've never heard about the whole idea of being centered. So being in alignment, I'd like to use the analogy of a car. For those of us who drive, you know that there are certain parts of your car, if they are out of alignment, you can't drive. Now, that doesn't mean every part of the car is that crucial. There are areas, there are small bolts and nuts that would be out of alignment, would be loose, or they're not working very well. But you can actually drive your car, although you will actually sense a funny sound or some kind of irritation. However, there are particular parts of your car, if they're out of alignment, you can drive. For example, if you have a flat tire, you've got to stop and attend to it. If your fuel, if you run out of fuel, you've got to fuel up, or that car is just going to stop moving. If your engine has a major problem and it's not starting, you've got to get the mechanic, because you're not going to be able to move that car. So when you talk about being in alignment, it's more of figuring out what are the most important things in your life and how aligned are you to those things. Now, when you talk about the three core aspects of alignment, we're talking about your values, we're talking about the things you're passionate about, and we're talking about the commitments that are important to you. So those are the three things that if you're out of alignment with your values, with your passion, with your core commitment, then you're going to begin to feel a sense of imbalance. And what does that feel like? I had a conversation with a friend of mine recently, and they said everything was fine. Their family was okay, the job was okay, their kids were okay, but there was something missing. There was this sense of emptiness. There was this sense of, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I wake up every day and go to work. I know what I'm doing, but I also don't know what I'm doing because it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't strike a chord. It doesn't connect with me. Now, when you are misaligned, those are some of the symptoms you're going to have: a sense of emptiness, a sense of disconnection between the things you're doing and who you are, or the things that you care about, because these core aspects of your life, just like the tire or the fuel or the engine, are actually not working well. And so it makes sense for you to stop and analyze which of those is gone out of alignment. So when you talk about living in alignment, one is that you need to be very clear about your values. What are the things you stand for as a person? And when your values are violated, you're going to feel a sense of imbalance, a sense of detachment from whatever it is that you're doing, because who you are and what you value is being taken out of that context. Then the other thing is, if you're doing things that you're really not passionate about, over time you begin to wear out. You're going to feel a sense of burnout, and that is also going to reflect in this emptiness, in this void that comes where you say, I know what I'm doing, but it doesn't make sense. And then the last thing is, if you're not in alignment with your core commitment, the things that are important to you, you could be busy, you could be occupied, you could even seem very productive, but yet there's a sense of emptiness. You don't feel fulfilled. So how do you get yourself to be aligned? Four things you can do. One is to periodically stop and evaluate. Now, it's that time of the year when many of us begin to analyze and evaluate what we've done with our lives. But this is not something we only should do at the start and the end of the year. This is something we should do all year round, periodically, maybe every month or every quarter, to stop and ask yourself, how aligned am I to the things that really, really I care about and are important for me? The second thing is to have accountability partners, people that hold you in check. Now, the thing is that as you're going through life, there are times that you're going to get so caught up, you're going to get so overwhelmed, you're so busy that you lose track of many things. Now, being able to have people that hold you in check and say, hey, how are you doing physically? When did you last go for your physical checkup? How are you doing emotionally? Are you eating right? Are you exercising? Are you getting enough sleep? Those are small things that help you stay in alignment. Or how do you feel about this new commitment? How do you feel about this new job? How do you feel about this new thing that you want to start in? So accountability partners can help you stay in check in regard to living a centered or well-aligned life. The other thing you can do is have support systems. Again, this will help you to keep from burning out. Support systems are people that will hold your hand and hold your hand when it does not make sense. Everybody needs a support system. If you did invest in a support system this year, please do so next year, because you'll need a support system for you to live an emotionally well-aligned life. People that pour into your emotional bank even when you are at your lowest moment. The fourth thing is for you to have a reward system. There's something about reward system that helps us stay in check. When you looking forward to something, when there's something that you look forward to and say, okay, when I hit this milestone, when I hit this goal, then I'm going to reward myself. So come up with your own reward system, different ways that you can reward yourself as a way of motivating yourself to stay on track in regards to your values, your passion, and your core commitment. So living a proper aligned life or a centered life begins with knowing what you care about and ensuring that everything you do on a daily basis is centered. Why it's important for you to live a centered or well-aligned life is that it enables you to live to your fullest potential. Because just like a car, if the core aspects are not working, you cannot operate at optimum potential. The same thing with our lives. When the core aspects of our lives are not well aligned, we cannot operate at our fullest potential. So to unlock your potential, to be able to operate at your highest potential, you need to be aligned with your values, with your passion, and your core commitment. My name is Noeline Chirabo. I hope this has been helpful for you. Let's keep the conversations going online and catch you next time.